Good, glorious food is what it's all about today on the Afternoon Express Masterclass. Welcome back to the Loft, and we're keeping things low carb, ne?
Always and forever.
Always and forever. You know, we're cinching in the wastes this summer.
Oh.
Now, in-season vegetables are crisp and fresh, and oh so good for you. So this divine roasted vegetable salad is a winner. Packed with goodness, it will keep you full and satisfied. Serve it up for lunch or supper any day of the week. Dumi, tell us all about it. You took one of my favorites and you've elevated it, keeping it elite.
Because as much as my girl loves her potatoes, I know that you love your veggies. You love yourself a good veg salad, and we were like, why not celebrate the darling herself and make a nice, delicious veg salad that you can enjoy. And the best thing about it, we've got a couple of different things here. We've got some mange too, we've got some baby corn, we've got baby veg, a whole lot of baby veg, paired with some basil and some olive oil that we're gonna toss in there. If you wanna give it a taste there, you'll be able to taste the sweetness from all these veggies because they've been roasted just in some oil. This elevates the flavors of them. You don't even have to add too much to it. Yes, we're making a dressing, but you don't really have to do much to it because the natural flavors will just pop through.
Now, as we are speaking about vegetables, I mean, Armand, you were giving me a masterclass. It truly is a masterclass here on Afternoon Express. On mange too, I had never heard about it, essentially. What is it? And tell me a little bit more about the veg.
The little peas in the pod, mange tout, French. Mange, manger, eat, eat, tout, everything, eat everything. So it's literally, you eat everything.
Yeah.
The whole entire pod and the little peas inside. And
Dumi, pass me one.
As Tumi said, lovely and sweet and fresh and crisp.
Perfect,
can
fresh,
also mange
perfect
too, yes.
cooked. It's completely up to you how you want to enjoy them. They've got a nice, snappy, fresh flavor to them. Very crisp.
Sugar snap, isn't that the other name?
Sugar snap is another name for them
snappy,
too.
yeah.
Well, definitely snappy, very crunchy, love the freshness. You're about to create a delicious dressing.
Yes. So as Tumi said, yeah, everything is basically nature has given us everything. It's like elevates us with a lovely dressing. So start with an oil base, olive oil, those lovely soft flavors, peppery flavors, and then we're adding some, just to cut through the oil, and we've got a bit of acidity in the form of red wine vinegar. What would you say is the perfect ratio? Is it about 1 to 3?
I normally do 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, depending on the type of vinegar you use. If you're using a more acidic one, then I'd go a bit less, like 1 to 2, but 1 to 3. But if you're going like the milder ones, apple cider vinegar, 1 to 2 is fine.
Okay. And then we've got some lovely Dijon mustard, garlic, probably one of my favorites, my partner's least favorite.
I love it. I knew we were vibing. I love garlic too.
Yeah, just a little sprinkling of freshly ground black pepper, of course a little bit of salt, and then my favorite herb is oregano, dried oregano, or fresh oregano, but here we've got some dried oregano, and that's literally like, I think one of the things as well when I started experimenting with food and creating my own things, I was always quite intimidated. It's these strange things by making your own dressing, but it's literally as easy as throwing together your favorite things and just having an oil base with a bit of acidity.
Yeah.
And then just whisking that all up.
Whisking it away.
Yeah.
I mean, I also feel like this is budget-friendly. A few weeks ago, we focused on budget-friendly eating, budget-friendly dining, and I feel like this is also part and parcel of it. Instead of going out to buy a vinaigrette or a dressing of your own, you can make it here.
Absolutely.
Voila, just like that. And Dumi, at the end of the day, I've seen that you've also sprinkled on top of the veggies in this little serving that you've given me some of that elite Clover Feta cheese.
We have, Bali, and the reason for that is because you've got the sweetness coming from all these veggies that we've made because they've got their natural sugars. Now, you want something to balance it all off. You want, like we always say, you want the tanginess coming from the dressing, you want the sweetness coming from the veg, and then you want the touch of saltiness, which is coming from our Clover, our elite Clover Feta cheese. We're using the plain now, but you've got the option to use the different kinds. There's also the herb, there's also the black pepper. So if you want to spruce it up a bit, you can use the other flavors. It's completely up to you.
I love that. It's all about the versatility and keeping in the elite quality of it. Clover Elite Cheese has gone through those 5-step processes, just not compromising on any of the crafting, essentially, of the cheese. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a taste, and what I love about this dish, essentially, is that it's keeping things very trendy. In the shops these days, everything is baby veg, baby carrots, baby aibo. But essentially, this is just, the baby version of the veggies have even more sweetness, even more flavor, and that also echoes the sentiments of your book, keeping that and not compromising on flavor.
Absolutely, and when you've got baby vegetables, that there's a lot more nutrition packed into that little vegetable as opposed to having this huge carrot that has the same nutrient value as everything's packed into this lady. You know, what's the new craze is kind of like broccoli sprouts.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
instead of having a whole head of broccoli, you take a little couple of sprouts and you have the same amount of nutrients packed into that little veggie.
Bite-sized flavors, because I also hate to be overwhelmed when I cook, and I kind of feel like, oh, this is such a mission to eat. I love the way you styled it, Chatumi. It looks delicious. The texture coming from that feta that you are sprinkling does add a different elevated taste, elevated experience as well.
It does, and I think that's the biggest thing we want here. We want a balance of flavor. We don't want people shying away from low-carb recipes. We want you to be able to get all of that flavor and enjoy every single bite of what you eat.
Absolutely. Low carb does not have to mean boring. And to get your hands on this recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by Clover.